Uh, England against Ghana, you know, was a tight game, but I wasn't expecting that, that performance from England, you know. So Ghana did it really well because they came to do what they gotta do to make sure they didn't lose. So yeah, and they've got that accomplished, which is to get a draw from out of it because the point will only a point will see them qualify. So they did that. So yeah, regards to England, what do you think? What's your opinion?
They lack creativity. England is not creative. They were organized to a level, but I didn't see any creative output. Like, for example, Portugal. Remember the Bruno Fernandes chip free kick? Or is it Nunez the one who scored the goal? So you see, or even Cristiano, the way he shunned the defenders and then he went ahead of his man marked his guy, the one he was marking him. I don't remember his name, and he took the diagonal run and he even went ahead of his own teammate, and then that creativity brought the first goal.
Yeah, Portugal, but that was expected from Portugal yesterday. A team like Uzbekistan, I'm not disrespecting them, but I should expect Portugal, to be very creative, in that game because that's the only way they can win that game. Because Uzbekistan will probably just want to see deep and trying to counter
Mhm.
attacks. So with Portugal, they just have to hold the ball, which they did hold the ball, create, some decent ball into the box, take a good position. So that was what was expected from Portugal yesterday, and they did that. So when England, I wasn't expecting the fixture they brought in. I was just thinking about the same fixture they play against Croatia. That was a decent fixture. So, but I don't know why the coach was, skeptical about it because the two goal they concede, he thought, changing few things today will change that, from other team from scoring. So, he got that wrong. He should have played the same fixture. O'Reilly should have started on that right, on that left back. Is it, yeah, left back position? But
Mhm.
instead, he put Spence. I'm not saying Spence is not good, because of speed and all that, but O'Reilly is more creative. Can you see when he came on? The best England chance was on O'Reilly came on. That's the time he had the ball and that ball hit the goalpost. So O'Reilly should have started just like last game. He should have changed maybe Stone and put Magahi. That's proper. Magahi and this guy Konza, they had a really good combination, in that game. So that's a good one. But he should have kept O'Reilly, in his position. He should have changed that because O'Reilly he's good at defensive and he can still run and then be in the box. As a imagine as a fullback doing that. So and he's creative. So that's the time when he came on. Later on, they brought Marcus Rashford in. So Rashford also when he came on, he started putting balls in the box. So
Mm.
the same fixture that he lost, he used last time, but this time around, it's just that he brought Marcus Rashford in very late, just 10 minutes to go. So that's not much time. Yeah. So that's what affected England yesterday. So Ghana, I'm sure, yeah, and I get that they defended really well. They sat deep trying to defend. But if England played, the fixture they played at the first game against Croatia, they could have definitely cracked Ghana.